right, we're back. It is the next week now. We got in the gaskets finally in the mail for the supercharger setup. As you can see, one of them's on there. Had to take this back off though, because with the new gasket the customer wanted to run, it is very thick, and the bolts that were in here did not give us enough thread to grab onto. So I had to go get some bolts this morning, but this should be going back together today. The motor is out of the Z. We are waiting on, he ordered overnight a new clutch setup and a new turbo for this thing. So he put an upgraded clutch in it, or we're gonna put an upgraded clutch in it, but he ordered the upgraded clutch. So it should be able to handle 500 foot-pounds, which would be all this thing needs in the stock motor turbo setup. But yeah, let's see what else we can get into today. All right, we're back a little bit later in the day now. Here's a little update of everything that's going on. I've got my 4G for my drag car off the transmission, transfer case off. Getting some bolts on the way for this thing, put it on a stand, strip it down. And then once I have some money, send off the goodness to be built. Hans over here, he's got the supercharger back on. I think this thing is getting very close to being able to fire up. Yes, supercharger's back on. Final bits now, and then she'll be ready to go. All right, it is the next morning. Things got a little busy yesterday, but we got Cordell back today. We got a couple of Dodges, I think a Hellcat, something else coming in to get on the dyno today. It's gonna be a busy day. I'll kind of give you a recap of what went down in the shop yesterday. The Subaru dealer said it needed a head gasket. And this guy's got a third-party warranty company, so we're gonna try and get them to help out on labor and do the head gaskets on it. Waiting on a clutch and turbo for the Z still. Acura's back together, running, driving. Was out on a rip yesterday. She's good to go. But yeah, let's break into it, see what we can do today. These are two Dodges going on the dyno today. Hellcat Redeye. Curious to see what power it makes. And then got a V6 in here for a baseline. He's planning on supercharging this thing, so should be. Got the V6 Challenger off the dyno and the Hellcat off the dyno. The V6, let me show you the numbers and graph from that. Good pull we got out of that one. Let's see here. I don't know why it didn't show me the horsepower and torque. 256, 245 on the V6 stock Challenger. It is an automatic, and he doesn't have what they call the taser, I guess, for that car. All 2018 and newer Dodges require you to get that to completely shut off all the track stuff. We're having issues with the track light throwing on and not letting us go above a certain RPM, but this is right at what it should be making for factory. So this was I'd call this the best run out of it. There were a few other runs that we tried on there. As you can see, they wouldn't let us go above certain RPM, so we were only able to make it to those horsepower and torque numbers. And I just talked to the customer with the Hellcat. He doesn't want me to show you guys the numbers, unfortunately, but we are gonna do a bigger build on that thing for him. So we are not gonna reveal the numbers just yet for what it made on that baseline setup. But in the next, I think he said, couple of weeks, he's going to drop the car off and have us do some major modifications, and then we can reveal the numbers of the before and then do the numbers on the after. So that should be good, but that's awesome. Let's see what else we can get into today. We actually took his Hellcat right back over here, and his exhaust tip wasn't straight. So I told him we could help him out real quick and tack it where it needed to be. So Hans is TIG welding this exhaust back up straight. Back over in the other shop. Here's what's going on over here. Cordell is getting started. We finally got all the pieces we need for this Camaro. Doing a Texas Speed cam and cam kit, along with a DOD delete, flex fuel kit, headers, and exhaust, and then a tune. So this should be sweet once it's done. And then I think Hans is throwing in some wiring on his car real quick that he just got in the mail. Let's see if we can get these gauges working right. All right, we are back in the dyno room. I got the Evo 9, customer's Evo 9 up on the dyno strapped. I just put a little heat into it. I got this manual boost controller hooked up now. I think we're running into issues with the Mac valve or some kind of boost control issue. So we're gonna go back to the basics, and I have that boost controller all the way turned down, so we should hit wastegate pressure this pull. And we'll just make sure we hit wastegate pressure with no issues, and then turn it up manually from there. All right, so after I did 2 pulls, the first one, as you can see, we hit about 18 pounds, 17 and some change. So that would be wastegate pressure. This is the final pull I just did, 32 pounds. I have not touched the manual boost controller. And I have not touched the manual boost controller. We made 32 pounds that pull, and then let's see here, the previous pull we only made, we made wastegate, so we made right at almost 18 pounds. Unfortunately, that means we have some kind of boost related issue going on. So I'm gonna go double check the hoses running to the boost controller, and then probably do another boost leak test. I boost leak tested this thing before I put it on the dyno, and it didn't have any leaks. So, all right, it was a little bit later in the day. Cordell's got this intake manifold off of here. Kind of a breakdown of everything we're doing. We got a Texas Speed cam for it. Got their spring and retainer kit, DOD delete. It's got all the gaskets they supplied with it. New bolts, new head gaskets, all that. Flex fuel kit, new rods, or new push rods, new lifters. We got a full set of Cook's headers and full exhaust, and then a K&N intake. It's going to be quite the build on this one, but should be awesome. Can't wait to get it tuned and then making some power. Over here, getting this water pump set up, everything on this LS motor for a customer's RX-7. We're getting close to being able to drop this thing in. He didn't want to do much with the actual motor, but he's got I believe, a 2nd gen RX-7 that we are going to...
It's a
FC, right?
FC.
Yeah, FC. FC RX-7 that we are going to put this LS in. It's a 5.3 motor with a GTO water pump setup and a GTO intake. He's not using this throttle body. We have a different one coming for it. But yeah, this thing's getting close. Hopefully the car, we can have it basically ready to go for the car whenever he brings it to us. But yeah. All right, it is the end of the day. We made some good progress on things today. Got the Camaro disassembled a little bit toward the end of the day there. And then the 350Z, unfortunately, we're still waiting on a turbo and a clutch setup for it. The Subaru, we're working with a third-party warranty company on this to take care of head gaskets on this thing. Very Subaru common thing. So, but yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.